The Houses of Parliament, pretty impressive, but what goes on inside, and do we care? To be honest, I could do without it. It doesn't have anything to do with my everyday life. Okay, so I was wrong. What goes on in there decides who supplies our gas, water and electricity, who provides public transport, how to run schools, healthcare, communications and the police. It's also where people fight for causes they believe in and make real changes to society. But why can't they all just get on with it? Why all the arguing between the parties? Why all the politics? If we had just one leader or party in control, then more stuff would get done. It's called a dictatorship or tyranny. One person running things the way she wants, but she might not care very much about the people she rules and what they might want or need. In the UK, we have what's called a democracy, which means that the people get to choose their leaders. It also means that whoever's in the government, that's whoever's running the country, has to debate and discuss everything with Parliament, which is the House of Commons and the House of Lords. So if the government tries to pass wacky or unfair laws, they don't or shouldn't get through. Number 10 Downing Street, the home of the Prime Minister, and when we're 18, we get a say in who lives here. Our votes will also decide who represents our local community in the House of Commons, our Member of Parliament or MP for short. But how do we know who to vote for? The opposite points of view are often called the right wing and the left wing. This goes back to the days before the French Revolution, when the people who supported the king sat on his right and the people who didn't sat on his left. Here we have a couple of politicians from different parties. They both want a happy, safe and rich society, but their ideas on how to make it happen are poles apart.
I'm a right-wing politician.
I am a left-wing politician.
Right-wing politicians like to put individuals first.
Left-wing politicians like to put society first.
Right-wing people trust in tradition and look to the past.
Left-wing people trust in progress and look to the future.
On the right, we believe that power should be in the hands of those who've earned it.
On the left, we believe that power should be shared by everyone.
The right thinks that there should be a smaller government and fewer laws, so people are free to do what they want.
The left thinks that there should be a bigger government and more laws to protect the less fortunate.
Right-leaning people want fewer taxes, so they can start their own businesses, be successful and buy the things that they need.
Left-leaning people want more taxes, so that businesses can be owned by the state to provide everyone with the things they need.
Right-wingers tend to be more nationalistic.
Left-wingers tend to be more multicultural.
Here on the right, we think some things are always right and some things are always wrong.
Here on the left, we think that whether something is right or wrong often depends on the circumstances.
The right believes that we should be looking for practical solutions to our problems.
The left believes that our problems will eventually be solved if we live according to ideals.
Here's an example of a right-wing society. People want sweets, so one person buys them all and then sells them on at a higher price. The advantages are that the individual makes some money for himself, and only the people who want sweets have to pay for them. The disadvantage is that the sweets cost more, so some people didn't have enough money and had to do without. Things would be different in a left-wing society. People want sweets, so a committee is formed which collects money from everyone to share the cost of the sweets. The advantage here is that everyone gets the sweets at a reasonable price. The disadvantage is that everyone has to chip in with some money, whether they like it or not, and some people want crisps. But it's not quite as simple as that. Life never is. You could be on either end of the scale. From extreme right wing to extreme left wing, or somewhere in between. If you can get enough people together who all think roughly the same way about the same issues, then you have a political party who can campaign for change. So if you want to make the world a better place, get into politics. You could even join one of the parties. Most of them accept young members. But you don't need to be in Parliament or join a political party to be political. What do you really care about? Is there something you think's worth making a stand for? Is there something you really think should be changed? Is there something you think really shouldn't be changed? Is there an injustice you think everyone should know about? Get involved, discuss your views with other people, or even join a campaign group. Justice for all! Justice for all! Find out who your local MP is. Write letters to him or her with questions on the issue that worries you. They might even take your questions in the House of Commons. Invite your local MP to your school to answer questions in a lesson or assembly. Use social media to campaign for the things you care about. Get a group together at your school to campaign for a cause. Then contact your local radio station, local newspaper, or even your local TV news to see if they're interested in covering your story. Vote on important issues using a petition site like 38 Degrees, Change.org or Avars. They put pressure on governments, companies and councils to deal with all sorts of issues, from saving trees in your local park to saving lives in a war-torn country. You can even start your own campaign. Politics isn't about this building, it goes on everywhere. So get involved and get political.